From Columbia, South Carolina, this is your role model and the RWR Golden Ticket holder, Brandon Richards. From St. Louis, Missouri, the main event, Max Height.
Well, how about that strong and heartfelt words from Mr. Golden Ticket Brandon Richards, and a hell of a response from Max Height. And it looks like we have a match inked for Spring Classic already, folks. And again, welcome to Retaliation. I'm commentator Uno. We're live at the SSC Hydro in Glasgow, Scotland. And we're opening up tonight's show with singles action here. This long-running rivalry continues here tonight. Jack Phoenix gets a return match from a couple years ago against Brandon's brother, Gary Richards, coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for one fall.
Coming to the ring by Honey Roy Palmer, this is the Renegade Jack Phoenix.
And here we are coming off the heels of a crazy and chaotic Sky's the Limit last week at Wembley Stadium. Saw some new champions, saw some champions retain, new people carrying some hardware, and we are on the road to Spring Classic, the Retaliation only pay-per-view. So you know damn well everyone will be vying for a spot on that show.
Coming to the ring by Andrew Phoenix from Columbia, South Carolina. This is your actual role model, Gary Richards.
And in comes Andrew Phoenix's new best friend, Gary Richards. We saw him come to Phoenix's aid. Back in Retaliation 84, Phoenix has been at odds with Jack and Palmer nearly the entire season, really over his last name, and Jack claiming that Andrew is trying to steal his identity, and the two have been targeting Andrew Phoenix ever since. But when it came to tag team action, Andrew Phoenix needed a partner, and in came Gary Richards, who has his own history with the two former FFS boys. And here we go. Gary Richards going to meet up with Jack Phoenix here tonight. Oh, Blue Thunderbomb right off the bat. It's a rematch from a couple years ago between these two. If you know your history, Gary Richards, that all-natural body he possesses, Visual Fighting Systems wanted to take credit for his development, claiming it was their supplements that got him into that great of shape. And Gary said, no, I did this on my own. I did this with the help of my brother, Brandon Richards, and two had a little mini feud over that. That's how Gary Richards upset Jack Phoenix and really started the meteoric rise of Gary Richards here in the RWR. That he is a legitimate threat and should not be taken lightly. Well, they meet up once again here tonight. Jack Phoenix, I'm sure, looking for some sort of revenge against Gary. Jack Phoenix, also a loser against Andrew Phoenix in singles competition earlier this season. So Jack is looking to get the win in general here, as it has the crossface on Gary, who's trying to escape. As we finish our European leg of our tour here tonight, I want to thank everyone for the last couple of weeks of hospitality and all the fans who came out to all of our shows. As Gary, another quick cover, not even a one count on Jack Phoenix. And like I said, one hell of a Sky's the Limit pay-per-view we had last week. And there's going to be a lot of backlash from that here tonight. Another flipping neck snap there from Gary Richards, but he gets basement drop kick to the ground. Main event of tonight's show, the hometown boy Travis Sanders teams up. Hold on, quick roll up, 1, 2. No, Gary able to roll. Phoenix over, 1, 2. No, Jack Phoenix with the counter and only a 1 count. Great sequence there between these two. As I was saying, tonight's main event, hometown boy Travis Sanders teams up with Bacardi and Cola to take on Hydra. That's my boys in Green Boy, Danny Storm, and Vlad Alucard. Hold on a second. Jack Phoenix trying to size up Gary Richards here. Oh, the flipping DDT in the center of the ring. Cranium first to the mat. Is that going to be it? The cover. 1, 2. No. Gary escaping at 2 there. Barely surviving. Also on tonight's show, women's tag team action. Kimiko Matsui, the former, I know it's hard to say, the former Women's Revolution champion, and Amanda Violence, her partner, takes on the team of Kimoni's and the unlikely brand new Women's Revolution champion in Paige. That'll be tonight. Also tonight, one half of the new RWR World Tag Team Champions, The Crusher, with the Barbarian in his corner, will take on Johnny Draco one-on-one. And Kurt Wagner will be in Draco's corner as well. Quick cover from Gary there, only a 1 count. Also in tonight's show, singles action, Stephen Wright of the Second Chance will go one-on-one with Dmitry Kalashnikov. And also women's tag team action, Roxy Riot and Rosie Rebel team up to take on Rebecca Dudley and Jenna Reed. And of course, more fallout from Sky's the Limit as well as Gary Richards. Violence Party on Jack Phoenix. Goes for the cover. 2, no. Only 2 count. Palmer looked like he may have had something up his sleeve. Decided to go against it though. Well, hold on a second, he's tuning up the band, sweet shit music into the DDT. Gary Richards, can he beat Jack Phoenix again? The cover, 1, 2. Yes, he does. Gary Richards gets the job done again here tonight.
The winner of this match is Gary Richards.
Gary defeats Jack Phoenix once again and helps Andrew Phoenix get another 1-up on Phoenix and Palmer. And much like his brother, Gary Richards finds success here on this European leg. And a big win for Gary Richards, and we move forward here on the show with women's tag team action. 2 rivalries combine here tonight as Roxy Riot and Rosie Rebel take on the team of Rebecca Dudley and Jenna Reed. Going to be a very interesting matchup. One team, I believe, very similar styles. We'll see how well they mesh coming up next.
The following contest is a women's tag team match scheduled for one fall. From New Orleans, Louisiana, the Dark Lady of Voodoo, Roxy Riot.
Roxy Riot, she's been at odds with Rebecca Dudley about over the past month or so, and despite the blindsides and the attacks inside the ring, it has been Roxy Riot that has found success over Rebecca Dudley, and hoping she can continue that here tonight. But her partner struggling to find a W, hoping she can ride alongside Riot here tonight.
coming down the ring in her Harley-Davidson, brother, Rosie Rebel.
And Rebel has been at odds with Jenna Reed. Jenna Reed seeing her as, you know, a stepping stone of sorts, and Rosie Rebel trying to prove that she is not a pushover, but so far no luck in doing so. But hoping she can pick up a W here tonight in tag team action.
Making her way to the ring from Ireland, Rebecca Dudley.
And Dudley, what a hell of a debut she made in attacking Roxy Riot from behind. But despite the multiple attacks on the former #1 contender, she has yet to beat her inside of the ring, and hoping tonight can be different.
Making her way to the ring, Jenna Reed.
Especially with Jenna Reed as her partner, who has been on a big hot streak as of late. And yeah, say what you want, it could be because of her opponent, but nonetheless, a win is a win, especially in a tightly contested division like the Women's Revolution title division. And again, just trying to pick up W's and climb her way up the ladder by any means possible. And so here we go, women's tag team action about to begin. Here we go. And interestingly enough, not the partners we expected early on, as Rebel goes after Dudley Reed, going after Riot. And you gotta think Riot probably in a somewhat of a celebratory mood, seeing her longtime friend and stablemate Paige defeat Kimiko Matsui and win the Women's Revolution title last week at Sky's the Limit. But again, you gotta think in her mind, why did Paige get the job done, but she could not? She had two chances to defeat Kimiko Matsui and couldn't get the job done. So you gotta think, is that secretly, hanging over her head, so to speak? And is that going to affect her in any way? But Riot fights back against Reed here. Rebel holding her own against Dudley. And really the issue with her hasn't really been how she started the matches, but absolutely been how she's been finishing them, or the lack thereof. And deadly kicks to the thigh of Rebel there, behind her partner's back as she was posing on the turnbuckle momentarily. And then hold on a second, Jenna Reed setting up Roxy here on the avalanche belly-to-belly suplex from breast turnbuckle. 1, 2, no. Only a 2 count there. As Dudley working over Rosie Rebel. Nice powerbomb from Jenna Reed. And now Rebel and Dudley head outside of the ring, which may be good or bad, depending on the situation here. Roxy Riot trying to fight out of Jenna Reed's hold. And picks her up in a nice follow-away slam across the ring. Meanwhile, Dudley trying to rack up double damage points. Nice attack to the back of Rebel. And Riot couple of clotheslines and a dropkick floors Reed. But Rosie Rebel in trouble on the outside. Huge clothesline there from Reed. And sends Riot to retreat on the outside. And now all 4 women to the outside of the ring. Well, scratch that. It's momentarily because there goes Jenna Reed sending Roxy right back in the ring. Ironically enough, Reed straight outside of the ring, doesn't want any part of that. She drops the elbow across the chest of Roxy Riot, which may have just awakened her more than anything, but she gets hung out to dry on the top rope. Meanwhile, on the outside, Dudley having her way with Rebel, who finally gets a reversal and throws her inside of the ring. And she eyes Jenna Reed, but instead, the Force continue to take on Rebecca Dudley. As Reed, look at that power from Jenna Reed. Big strong suplex onto Roxy, and hold on a second, basement drop kick from under the bottom rope. Reed with the cover, 1, 2, and she gets Roxy Riot with that stalling suplex.
The winners of the match, Jenna Reed and Rebecca Dudley.
An impressive showing from Dudley and Reed, especially Reed picking up a big win over the former #1 contender for the Women's Revolution title. Maybe proving she can beat people other than who she perceives at the bottom of the barrel. And for Rebel, still looking for that win, but really wasn't her fault this time. And for Riot, like I said, is there more in her mind than lets on? Or was it just a fluke loss after a week long of partying? Nonetheless, we move on here to the Intercontinental Championship division. Stephen Wright, the winner, the deciding factor for the second chance's final victory over the Fallen Kingdom last week at Sky's the Limit. He looks to move on from that rivalry and possibly find himself in the Intercontinental Championship picture. He sure can, against one of the participants of the Elimination Chamber match coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for 1 fall.
Now representing the second chance, Stephen Wright.
And Wright, like I said, proving his worth in the second chance, becoming the deciding factor of the 8-man tag team match between the Fallen Kingdom and his second chance. And in doing so, looking to climb his way up the ladder. Climb his way up the ladder for the Intercontinental Championship. And in doing so, targeting one of the chamber participants in the match. And you know, we'll see how he fares against, someone who has actually been in the title picture over the past month or so. But now it is time to saunter.
to the ring, from Chernobyl, the radioactive Dmitry Kalashnikov.
Not getting the luck of the draw in the qualifier or in the match. Drawing number one in both, and in doing so, ultimately the loser in the chamber, although he was, I believe he finished fifth in the match. Not the first one eliminated somehow. But anyway, Kalashnikov getting targeted here by Stephen Wright, maybe looking to go through former chamber members to get his hands on the Intercontinental Championship in the future. And speaking of the Intercontinental Championship, next week's Retaliation, we will see the Intercontinental Championship on the line. Thunder invoking his rematch clause. He will take on Kenji one-on-one for the title next week on Retaliation. But here tonight, it is about Stephen Wright and Dmitry Kalashnikov. Here we go. And if all things go the way that they should, maybe one of these two will eventually take on the man who should regain his Intercontinental Championship next week in Thunder. Wow! There you go. There's your one for the week. But now, got to think, Mina Kalashnikov went through that chamber match. Not a great showing, but, you know, something to hang your hat on that you didn't finish last. But how much do you have in you here tonight, especially against a Stephen Wright that not only won at Sky's the Limit, but a strategy that really saw him used only until the very end of the match. As Wright, nice suplex there on Kalashnikov. And a roll up there, 1, 2, no, only a 2 count. Against Stephen Wright, like I said, he picked up the win, but really didn't have to worry about anything. Just kind of came in toward the end of the match and ultimately won the match for his team. So obviously Wright with a lot to prove as a member of the Second Chance, especially to try to prove that the coterie was wrong in kicking him out last year. And I'm sure a Intercontinental Championship reign could very well do that, but nice Northern Lights from Wright. Doesn't even get a 1 count. And now Kalashnikov working over Wright. Sends him into the corner right. Puts him in the tree of Joey Lawrence. And what's he looking to do here? He's setting him up, and the Goomba stop from the top rope. Taking Kalashnikov to the ground. And Kalashnikov might be in trouble here, right? The cover 1, no. Only gets a 1 count out of it, but this match has been all Stephen Wright so far. Very impressive showing from him here tonight. Like I said, seeming like he has something to prove. Into float over neckbreaker. And a big splash lands as well. Right. And the WDT lands. We DT the cover 1, 2, no, still a 2 count, not enough. Now Wright setting up, Kalashnikov has him up on his shoulders and hits the right stuff. Foot to the face. Is that gonna be it? The cover. 1, 2, no! Okay. Kalashnikov, big escape there. Gets the 2 on right from the right stuff. Kalashnikov sent to the outside right, I guess, gonna make an example out of him, it seems like. And the base buster there. There's the cover 1. Okay. I don't think that was a 2 count. It may have just been a 1 count. Regardless, right, a little dump out and hits the enziguri on Kalashnikov. Seeming to realize it's going to take a lot to put away the radioactive man from the Ukraine, but giving him everything he's got covered. No! Again, only a 1 count. Right, starting to lose his patience. Be careful, he may end up costing you. Kick to the head. It's not going to be enough. Another cover. 1, 2. No. Still a 2 count. Now Kalashnikov trying to mount a comeback here. Sizing up right. What's he looking to do? Kick, no! Spinning heel kick from right. Puts the damper on that. And now right, another DDT lands on Kalashnikov. Is that going to be enough this time? The cover. 1, 2, no! Okay. Still no. But now right, sizing up Kalashnikov once again. Is he looking for the right stuff? Yes, he is. The right stuff lands. The cover. 1, 2. What? Pardon me, sir. Kalashnikov somehow kicking out at 2. And now Wright's just losing it at this point. Just doing anything he can to take down Kalashnikov. Nothing is working. Uranagi lands. Now Kalashnikov just standing pat over his opponent again, trying to find something. And Wright's going to rebound with another DDT on Kalashnikov, busting him open this time. Is that going to do it? The cover. 1, 2. That is enough. The definition of a hard-fought victory. Stephen Wright defeats Dmitry Kalashnikov.
The winner of the match is Stephen
He
Wright.
gave Kalashnikov everything, and I mean everything he had and then some. He finally puts away Kalashnikov in another impressive win for Stephen Wright here tonight. Very good showing for him as he continues on his momentum from Sky's the Limit. And now coming up next, we're going to get your first look at the new RWR Tag Team Champions. The Powers of Pain have regained the gold. It has been a long time coming for them. I saw their decline and rise once again last season on Retaliation. But now the champions are marked men, and they have to deal with the former champions at Spring Classic. And we'll start off with some singles action. Crusher taking on Drago coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for one fall.
Coming to the ring by the Barbarian. This is one half of the RWR World Tag Team Champions, the Powers of Pain. This is the Crusher.
And here they come with the gold around their waist once again, the Powers of Pain, regaining the Tag Team Championships that they won all the way back in Season 1, probably one of the largest gaps between championship reigns in RWR history. And they'll be looking to make the most out of their second reign with the gold, but they gotta go through the former champs first. And while they may have won the gold in a triple threat match at Sky's the Limit, it'll just be the Agents of Pain this time around.
On their way to the ring, Johnny Draco and Kurt Wagner, the Agents of Pain.
Like I said, it'll be Draco in this singles match, with Wagner flanking his side, I'm sure. Down the road, later this month, we'll see Wagner against the Barbarian, but for now, the Agents of Pain will be looking to regain their gold at Spring Classic in a not a one-on-one match, a regular tag team match, but for their sake, 1-on-1 or 2-on-2 against the Powers of Pain, no third team involved. So there we go, a little bit of a warm-up before then. Here we go, and we'll see just how hard the Powers of Pain may have been celebrating their tag team championship win. And especially for the Agents of Pain, very celebratory mood in the camp with Paige winning the Women's Revolution title, but the boys, they lost their gold, so I'm sure they're not in a very celebratory mood regardless, and have been dead set on winning back their tag team championships. And for now, the Crusher working over Draco momentarily. The Draco gets back on the advantage. The Crusher just trying to overpower his opponent, as he tends to do. And it had been a long-standing problem for the Powers of Pain. A good start, but unable to finish matches. But ever since the roster shakeup last season, the Powers of Pain finally picked up a win just before the draft, actually, and just for the shakeup, pardon me, and in doing so, really never looked back since. It nearly could have been the Powers of Pain instead of the Agents of Pain last year competing for the tag team titles. You remember, this was your finals match in the long-standing tournament to determine the number one contendership for Supernova 3, pardon me. And if it wasn't for the Clown Dynasty interfering and costing the Powers of Pain the match, it very well could have been them in Supernova 3 for the belts. And honestly, in doing so, never would have kick-started the careers of the Agents of Pain and really given them the reputation that they have earned since that show as a formidable tag team. There's Draco with the ground and pound on the Crusher. Either way, the stories have been told, and despite the detour, the Powers of Pain find their way on the top of the tag team division in the RWR once again. And while they had a successful reign on top, the Agents of Pain are chasing once again as Crusher lands that spine buster on Draco and continues to work him over in the middle of the ring. Really no sign of any interference between Barbarian and Wagner in this matchup as of yet, as Crusher just taking it to Draco right now. Draco trying to fight back, gets behind Crusher, hits that twisting facebuster. seemingly out of nowhere. And Draco not going for the pin, instead just trying to wear down the big man. A very bold strategy for him. And oh boy, he's going to the top. You know what he's looking for. Draco looking for that infamous patented. No. Does not connect. The shooting star press does not connect, and now Crusher is connecting with those punches and that bear hug spine buster. Is that going to be it for one half of the challengers? 1-2. No. Crusher. Little bit dumbfounded, but Draco able to escape at 2. As he continues to work over Draco here, rolling him across the ring. And just drops the leg brother across the arm. And Crusher fired up here in Glasgow. Another leg drop brother across the arm. And just a big diving body splash across Draco. Into the ropes and a spinning elbow. And Draco just having problems here. Squished in the corner into the bulldog. And the Crusher just having his way with Draco until that elbow sends Crusher staggering back. And now Crusher trying to get on the advantage once again. Into the corner. Flattens him into a belly-to-belly across the ring. The Crusher, like I said, he's had problems finishing up matches. Finally goes for a pin off that powerbomb. 1, 2, no. Very close 2 count, but a 2 count nonetheless. But he's looking to size up Draco right here. No, a kick to the face. Sends him staggering back with a side slam. Puts the Crusher back in control. Crusher now just going to wear down Draco here, wrenching on the head, on the neck of the former television, former tag team champion. Draco finally escapes, but how much damage has been done to him? Especially since he hasn't really had a real bout of offense until right now in the match. The 2 slug back and forth, and he catches him with the DDT. Seemingly out of nowhere to cover. 1, 2, no. Crusher escapes at 2. Off the DDT out of nowhere. Now Draco looking to connect this time. Shooting star press. It might have turned into a shooting star headbutt. Didn't get quite the distance, but I believe the head connected regardless. That's enough for Draco to keep control of the matchup. The cover. 1, 2, no. Still not enough as Draco with the claw trying to pressure point the big man to keep him off his feet. Thinks he may have had enough. He sizes him up and rolls him over into a calf crusher. Calf crusher from Draco. Crusher nowhere to go, and he's forced to submit Draco. Makes the big man tap out and picks up the come from behind victory.
The winner of this match, Johnny Draco.
Hell of a comeback win for Draco, and he catches the champ off guard with the calf crusher and gives him nowhere to escape to. And at least one half of the challengers, Johnny Draco, picks up the win here tonight against one half of the tag team champions. Now we move forward from one Department of the Ages of Pain to the other. Women's tag team action coming up next. It's going to be weird seeing Kimiko Matsui without that Women's Revolution title, the longest reigning champ of the belt's history. She'll get her rematch at Spring Classic, but tonight she gets her first taste of the new champion coming up next.
The following contest is a women's tag team match scheduled for one fall. From Shibuya, Tokyo, Japan, Kimiko Matsui.
For Kimiko, she had a long historic reign with the title, but in her 9th defense, I don't know if she just overlooked Paige or just wasn't ready, because Paige shocked the world and caught Kimiko off guard, defeating her for the Women's Revolution title. And for Kimiko, immediately vowing revenge at Spring Classic, vowing to claim her title back. But for someone that has been all talk, the talk heading into Sky's the Limit, seemingly pointless, as Paige found a way to one-up the self-proclaimed world's greatest at her own game.
From Asbury Park, New Jersey, the Violence Queen, Amanda
And here's where things
Violence.
get interesting, because Amanda Violence has basically been playing bodyguard and backseat to Kimiko Matsui during her title reign, but now that the gold is no longer around the waist of Matsui, you know, barring her winning the title back at her rematch at Spring Classic, it could be Amanda Violence's time to shine and possibly winning her first piece of RWR gold and becoming Women's Revolution champion in her own right.
From Montpellier, Vermont, this is Kiki Moniz.
And with Amanda Violence basically playing, you know, bouncer for the ladies of the Ages of Pain, she has really gotten to know Goddess Dawn. She's gotten to know Roxy Riot a little bit. She's gotten to know Key Moniz, although Moniz has been focused on Olivia Taylor as of late, but maybe she's starting to shift focus here after a couple of wins over Olivia Taylor. Shift focus on Amanda Violence and potentially even Kimiko Matsui in the future, depending on the title situation. And here comes the new champion.
From Nags Head, North Carolina, this is the RWR World Women's Revolution Champion, Paige.
Like I said, Paige shocking the world, winning the Women's Revolution title, and in doing so becoming the first mother-daughter duo to win the same title. Actually, no, the second mother-daughter duo to win the same title in the RWR. Forgot about Faith and Hope there just for a second, but adding a new wrinkle to the lineage of that title for Paige. hoping to prove her win was not a fluke, and she, in representing the students of the Sky Dojo, can become a perennial champion and a threat in weeks and hopefully months to come for her sake. As we go, Paige immediately eliminates Kimiko from the Rumble. And, oh God, Amanda Violence targeting the arm of Moniz. And I think this is more like the matchups we expected in this tag team match here tonight. As Kimiko already taken it to the new champ on the outside, looking to make her pay for winning the title. And, you know, for Paige, we talked about this, you gotta think, how prepared is she for this match here tonight, and how much, celebration and all that did she go through after winning the title. A lot of well-deserved celebration, but again, you're getting turned around to take on the two female members of Kimiko Goon right off the bat here. As the two re-enter the ring and all four women back in the ring, and Moniz been laying it into Violence, but Violence counters into, looks like a cloverleaf, to no avail. And the Agents of Pain women looking good here early on in this matchup. Paige trying to set up Kimiko. Now Kimiko reverses with the suplex. And just like that, like on a dime, it is the Kimiko Goon women in control. Kimiko wrenching back on the neck of Paige. Moniz nowhere to go, just getting attacked by Amanda Violence, but the champ is able to escape. Snap suplex on the former champion, and the number one contender as well. And Kimiko to capture suplex on Paige. Meanwhile, big running knee into the face of Moniz. And Amanda Violence just raining down a barrage of blows. Meanwhile, Paige ramming Kimiko's head into the turnbuckle. Once again, Violence sizing up Moniz, what she's looking to do. Oh, the flip DT. Second time tonight we've seen that. Is that going to do it? The cover. 1, 2. No. Paige sees the damage and basically just hurls her entire body to break up the pin, even taking out the referee in the process. Take a drink on the ref bump. Running snowplow there from Paige as Moniz and Violence to the outside. Paige sizing up Kimiko here. Rolls her over and the abracadabra kick lands. Is that going to be it? The cover. 1, 2. That is enough. Paige proving her win was not a fluke, and once again defeats Kimiko Matsui.
Winners of the match, the team of Paige and Moniz.
So an impressive win for Paige and Moniz, and more importantly Paige, because she was able to defeat the former champion for the second time in a week span. And if that's not a confidence booster for the new champion, I don't know what is, and may have already shed the labels of fluke away from her. Now coming up next, our main event of the evening, we thank you for watching tonight's show as we start on the road to Spring Classic. But 6-man tag team action to close out tonight's show. Hydra, Hail Hydra, Void, Storm, and Alucard take on Bacardi and Cola and the hometown boy in Travis Sanders. Can he fare better than the hometown wrestlers at Sky's the Limit last week? We'll find out coming up next. Wow, listen to that cheer.
The following contest is a 3-on-3 brawl.
From Ayr, Scotland, the King of Scots, Travis Sanders.
And groundskeeper Willie may have said that the only thing Scots hate are other Scots, but that's certainly not the case here tonight. Scotland's own Travis Sanders gets a warm response from his hometown crowd here tonight at the SSE Hydro, and hoping he can pick up a win in his hometown. Martin Starr couldn't do it. Marvelous Matt Matthews couldn't do it. Jack Johnson, Amanda Spade couldn't do it. Chris Smith did do it, but he was the only one at Sky's the Limit that was able to win in the hometown of London, England. The Sanders hoping tonight is different, especially with Bacardi and Cola in his corner.
Making their way to the ring, this is the team of Buzz and DJ Kraft. They are known as Bacardi and Cola.
And Buzz and Kraft, not quite the Sky's the Limit they wanted. They qualified for the golden ticket match the night before on Retaliation 85, defeating the band, but ultimately fell short in the tag team golden ticket matches, ultimately won by Silver Coast, Max Silverstein and Jake Rogers. But now Bacardi and Cola, they gotta work their way up the hard way. And what better way than teaming up with Sanders here tonight to take on the former multiple-time #1 contenders for the tag team titles.
From the Eye of the Void, the Green Void.
Green Void, another disappointment at Sky's the Limit, falling short to Travis Sanders. But Void, he's got a trick up his sleeve, and I have the exclusive scoop from Hydra member to honorary Hydra member. The Green Void will cash in his match against Travis Sanders at Spring Classic. Anything, any type of match he wants, it'll be approved. And the match he has chosen is a match he has never lost. He will make Travis Sanders enter the Void at Spring Classic. So these Scottish people better enjoy Sanders while they can, because he is not going to walk out of Enter the Void the same man or a winner. As here comes the rest of Hydra.
On their way to the ring,
the team of Danny Storm, Vlad Alucard, Hydra.
And for the Hydra tag team, once again, falling short in their quest for tag team gold. You saw the eventual winners, the Powers of Pain, earlier tonight. But no more chances for these two, unfortunately. They're going to have to try to work their way back into the title picture. Especially with the former champs, the Agents of Pain, getting the rematch at Spring Classic. But they'll certainly get a chance to pick up a big win over an up-and-coming team in Bacardi and Cola that will certainly help boost their resume in this match here tonight. So here we go, 6-man tag team action to close out tonight's show. And right off the bat, it is Sanders and Boyd, no surprise there. Alucard and Buzz, Storm, and Kraft going at it. About as perfect as matchups as you would expect at the ring of the bell. As Hydra, a little bit in trouble here. Bacardi and Cole and Sanders in control. Alucard eliminated from the Rumble by Buzz. Storm trying to fight his way back against Kraft. Kraft retreats to the outside. As Sanders and Boyd going at it. Sanders the quick cover. Only a 1 count on the Green Boyd. As Alucard and Storm is having trouble on the outside. Boyd taking his airplane trip early, courtesy of Sanders. Spinning him round and round inside of the ring. Buzz. Big power slam now on Alucard. And Sanders staggering from dizziness. Can we imagine what Boyd suffered there? And Hydra in trouble early on. You hate to see it. As Kraft and Buzz just racking up numerous double damage points on the outside. Boyd, nice neckbreaker there onto Sanders. They continue to work over each other. Storm and Kraft enter the ring. Buzz just continuing to decimate Alucard on the outside for all the double damage points. And Sanders retreats to the outside. Now Boyd going after Kraft. Elevated punch takes him down. And now just like that, a snap of a finger, Hydra standing tall in this matchup. As Boyd just going after Kraft, going to town. Storm watches. And Storm immediately gets taken out by Sanders. Buzz still looking over Alucard, Kraft, and Boyd. Working out their differences there on the mat. And all 6 men back in the ring now. Buzz. Massive elevated power slam on Alucard. The cover. 1, 2, no. Close but no cigar. Boyd on the outside. Storm in trouble. As Sanders and Kraft just working at him. Pele kick takes down Storm. Alucard, oh boy. Buzz picks him up and plants him with the screwdriver. The cover. 1, 2, no. Nobody playing defense. Boyd able to make the save. Whew. That's good. And now Boyd going to make Buzz pay with the pile driver. Pile driver landing. And now back and forth between the two. Oh, Kraft killing out of nowhere on Alucard. Kraft going for the cover. 1, 2, no. Broken up by Storm. Sanders too busy pandering to his hometown crowd to play any sort of defense, and it may have just cost his team the match. Kraft, big super kick on the Storm. Buzz, brainbuster on the Void. Sanders sizing up. Alucard here. Plants him with the reverse DDT. And now Void makes Kraft enter the Void. Storm gonna go for the cover, immediately broken up by Travis Sanders. But now Hydra standing tall, Bacardi and Cola on the outside. Sanders on his own. But here comes Buzz, flattens Kraft. Flattens Void, pardon me. And trying to choke him out too in the meantime. Oh, Danny Storm did the deal to Sanders on the outside for double damage. Nobody kicks out of the deal. Doesn't matter where you are. But now all 6 men back in the ring. Buzz standing tall. Alucard sizing up. Sanders looking to hit him with the impaler, and he does. Sanders busted open from that. The cover broken up by Buzz. But has the damage been done already? Alucard reverse DDT onto Buzz. Storm to the outside. Hold on a second, Kraft. He's gonna fly tope con hilo over the top rope. Taking out Danny Storm. Alucard busted open by Buzz. He rolls to the outside. Green Void in trouble inside of the ring. Kraft trying to power slam Void. His back gives out from carrying his team in this match. As the two mastodons go back and forth. Here comes Sanders, though. Oh, big spear onto Void. Sanders trying to steal it. The cover. 1, 2. No, 2 count only. Broken up by Vlad Alucard. And now Vlad may be paying for it. Sanders sizing him up. Buzz the powerbomb and the pin. 1, 2. Oh, that is enough, and Alucard even tapped out to that Dragon Sleeper to add insult to injury. Sanders and Bacardi and Cola win.
The winners of the match, Travis Sanders and Bacardi and Cola.
An impressive showing for Bacardi and Cola and the hometown boy Sanders here tonight, picking up the win over Hydra. You hate to see it, but it is what it is. And there are your winners for tonight's main event. We thank you for watching tonight's show. I'm commentator Uno, and we'll see you next week for Retaliation as we head back to the States on our road to Spring Classic.